Hi everyone, what are you up to today? How's it going? I wish you all the best. We are here at Soup Today, which is not only a cute name for a restaurant, it is actually the home of some superb traditional Chinese-Indonesian food. We are gonna have some shrimp, we're gonna have some fish, tons of new flavors. I'm very excited to see what kind of food Indonesian Chinese food is. The town of Medan, which is where we are, has a population 10% Chinese. So there's a lot of history, a lot of beautiful mixing of these two cultures for hundreds of years, and we are gonna taste some of the delicious history right now. Again, let me welcome you to a delicious 2024. We're in Sumatra. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Let's go order some Chinese-Indonesian food. This is gonna be awesome. And what a cool restaurant too, man. So one great thing already about this restaurant, very colorful menu. You can see it's well loved too. These pages are just like falling apart. That's a good sign. So we've got some big pictures over here to look, but I've started learning some of the words in Indonesia for food anyways, so that can help me out when ordering. But it's just cool. It's very inviting. The light in here is beautiful. It's just a great day. The weather is great. The sky is blue, full of clouds. It's been raining most of the time we've been here, so it's just like, and as we were walking up the alleyway, by the way, the smell, you could smell like from outside, just really builds the hunger. I'm working on the menu over here, but this coffee, the style is so cool. It's called kopi ayang, charcoal. Mom, if you don't mind. Wow, and then on the side, so the local sugar is gula aram or gula aren. So that's what's in this. But here it's just black coffee, like super thick. You can see it's so dark. So this is probably just like filtered coffee, but I just love the style. And with the actual wood, the wood coal right there, it's gonna be like smoky. It's dark coffee. Obviously, Sumatra is famous over the whole world for coffee, but this is like, I saw it on the menu, just had to order this. Kopi Arang. Yeah, that's classic Sumatra, just the dark roast. Now, personally, I like more lighter roast, but in Sumatra, it's just famous for that like really chocolatey, really thick, oily bean. As soon as you taste it, the oil just coats your whole mouth. It's just, yeah, classic Sumatran dark roast. That's awesome. I'm gonna get back to the menu. If you learn some words, it's great, but also in the modern day, thankfully, Google Translate helps a lot. Thank you. This is just like such a treat to have some traditional food in a quiet family environment. The family who owns this, obviously they are also Chinese-Indonesian, Indonesian-Chinese, very cool. And Lee was speaking Chinese with her the whole time, just sorting out a great combination of dishes for us. This is actually, Mom picked this restaurant. So thank you, Mom.
Lucky.
She showed it to me. I said, yes, this is it. She's like, oh, okay, yeah. I just found it by chance. I was doubly excited.
In our neighborhood.
Clearly, I need these cups. If I order espresso, I want it to be served in this cup. Wow. This is incredible. Thank you. The udang, the shrimp. So half of our food is here, but it smells so good. You guys, can you smell that? I think it's actually the fried chicken, the lemongrass. But I'm so excited to try all these dishes. It smells so good, so we're just gonna get started. Wow, very cool. They bring some boiling water here. It's still steaming, and we can serve like this. Very different than how we've been eating for the past 10 days with fingers. These are all clean, ready to go.
That's so nice.
I will let Mom sort that out. One really cool thing is all the dishes are in their own unique plates. So what that shows you is they've been in business for a long time. So they just have like a collection of all these plates. I really appreciate that. Man, let's get started. Okay, so as the restaurant is called Soup Today, I did get the soup of the day, which is a chicken soup. Ooh, okay. Let's see what we have in here. Oh, yes. Look at that skin. Oh, wow, yes, we have another clay pot. I forgot. Thank you so much. Yes. I see the yam. I see the chicken. Oh, man. Okay, quick. The soup of the day. the single sticky grain of rice. Digging in here. Yes, just as it looks, the chicken is just falling apart. Wow, that is awesome. It's super hot. Definitely, from what I know of Chinese food, that's par for the course. And sour, that's sour cabbage. It is delicious. So simple, just the sourness and bitterness, the bitter gourd, garlic, and some chicken. Let's get some more garlic. What that does is kind of just like builds the appetite, even though I'm at 11 out of 10 right now from all these amazing looking dishes. I guess it builds the hunger even more. So even though it's called a soup of the day, it's full of so many ingredients. Okay, this thing is also really hot. So, switching to the clay pot, which just appeared next to me. Wow. A steaming clay pot of taro or yam. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Let's see what's in here besides the mushrooms on top, garlic. Oh, it's fish. Fish meat and yam. That's awesome. Wow. Oh, man. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay. I'll learn my lesson from this one. That is definitely too hot to eat. Hold on. So the fish is fried first and then put in the clay pot. It can't get that oily crust on it just from steaming. That's genius. And the purple yam. Perfect combination, because the fish, when it's fried and then put in the soup, the yam and the fish almost have the same texture. Then you've got the crunchy garlic. Let me try a mushroom to complete the dish, and then we'll pass it on. Wow. What a comforting dish. So clean, Mom. No chilies in that. That's amazing. That's like health right there. So now we're done with the dishes that have no chilies. Thank you, the fish. Oh, thank you so much. It's just like one gift after another. So this dish, even with all those chilies on top, actually, the main ingredient, or the reason that the dish has its name, is this skin, the tofu skin. So I'm gonna guess that there's fish in here just because I can smell it. It smells so salty and awesome. So, can I bite that? One bite. Let's get some chilies. It's beautiful. It's like Christmas right here. The red chili is so warm. The sauce is so salty. And there is like dried fish, or at least fish mixed up into the batter. It's like a fish tofu. Man, that's amazing. The umami and the heat of that dish are just great. You can taste the onions a little bit, but it's more about that like powerful saltiness. Not like so much salt that it like hurts your tongue. It's like the other way, like umami. What an awesome dish. This is one of the dishes that I had written down that we had to try in Indonesia. And they serve it in just such a beautiful way here. Look at all those chilies. Okay, I'm gonna use those chilies from now on to just flavor everything. Just take a lot of extra chilies from there. That dish. Oh yeah, you can see the soybeans in there. Yeah, that's where that umami is coming from. Man, the sauce is just spectacular. Switching for some shrimp. This is the sauce Padang. So this is local style, and the seafood, of course. We are right next to the ocean. Medan is just a few kilometers from the Indian Ocean. These are huge shrimp, so I had to try. It literally gushes. It gushes with that sauce, and the shrimp meat is so fresh. Not nearly as spicy as you might think with all those chilies on it. Actually, it's a little bit sweet, nicely sour, but again, just focusing on the freshness of that shrimp, it's just a great choice. I think you could have that dish fried with pretty much anything, with vegetables, with tofu, with any meat you want. Seafood, though, goes really great because it's such a clean flavor. Man, that shrimp is good. I don't love seafood either, and I'm so impressed with how clean that shrimp is. That's excellent. Wow. Okay. This dish also just looked great, and our friend recommended this, but for me, anything that involves eggplant, I'm just gonna order it pretty much immediately. So this is obviously deep fried, but almost looks like basil, like holy basil. So I wonder what it is. Also, there's so many chilies. Let me just try that first. Deep fried eggplant. If I came here without making a video, I would just order one entire plate, if not two, all to myself. It's a long eggplant, so inside it's just like mushy. It's so soft. But outside, maybe even they've put some breading on that because it's just like the deep fried crunchiness around the outside is so thick. The sauce is sweet, a little bit like tangy. And the leaf, I actually can't taste it without just eating the leaf on its own. I think they are curry leaves. One more bite of that. I just need a moment. I need a silent moment right here. The best vegetable in the world, eggplant. Oh man, I just feel so lucky to be able to taste just one amazing flavor after another. These are all new. It's like I don't even have time to process all these cool new dishes, but let's keep it rolling. Mushrooms, a different kind of mushroom. So in the first dish, we had the long mushroom. I think it's called straw mushrooms. Here, we have two. I know these from Thailand anyways, called het pot. And then we have a big brown mushroom there. It's whoa, that sauce is like super thick. I think this dish would be the first that you can see totally the influence of the Chinese. So all the Indonesian food that we've been eating, street food or the few like family restaurants that we've gone to, they've all been, I guess, focusing more on the cooked ingredients and the curried ingredients, and the flavors are just spectacular. But we haven't really had any vegetables that just focus on the flavor of the vegetable, the single fresh ingredient, like this one, and that's the Chinese style. So in a meal like this, notice every dish is a little bit more simple than the dishes that we've been having. So the Indonesian curries have like 20 ingredients in the curry, and then a mix of like fresh ingredients in the dish, and then they stew them together or cook them, fry them. This one is not subtle. It's just very fresh, the broccoli, and then the sauce is very thick on the plate, but they've just added a lot of it. But they haven't like stewed it down. It's not like cooked for a long time. The flavors are still very fresh. Besides the amount of salt, this is just like a very healthy dish right there. We are fortunate to have the whole table full of food, so I'm all the way over here on the edge trying the last dish. The curry that's been dumped over this steamed fish, it's like, it almost looks like there's fruit in it. You might almost imagine it's like a fruit shake that's been dumped on a fish, but I can't wait to tell the flavors in that. This sauce, see what I mean? It really looks like just like the tiny blended fibers of a fruit. I wonder, okay, I just want to try the curry first on its own. Wow. Lemony. Not pineapple. Like apricot. It's like lemony and apricot. And then you have the chilies, the warmth of the chilies. There's tomatoes in there too. What a recipe. Okay, so I just said the thing about the Chinese and Indonesian. Now I switched to this one. But it was always going to be this one. I mean, this is like the centerpiece, having some like fresh meat, especially fish. It's just, but then to just dump a curry over it, just genius. And you can only have dishes like this down here in the tropical areas that have that Chinese influence. Just mixing the local love of curry with the freshness of the seafood. It's got to be a dish like this. So, Mr. Pomfret, let's check you out right here. Yep, look how delicate that meat is right there. Perfect. So this is an ocean fish. See, the meat is very flaky. It's very delicate. The mackerel is like very chewy, which is kind of like a unique ocean fish. But the other fish that we've been having is freshwater fish. Finally making it back to my own bowl. And I forgot there's like 20 chilies in my bowl now. So the eggplant dish would be the one that I would order just for myself, but the tofu is just so impressive. The amount of flavor in this thing is killer. Man. Oh, sorry. Lee said, hey, leave some for me. It is. I thought it was just a huge shallot. It is another dish that uses the red ginger. So many dishes in this trip are just so cool when they use this ingredient. I would say that's the cool and unique ingredient for me for the whole trip. We've had a lot of like new flavors, but they're more like ingredients that I know, but cool combinations. Indonesia has a ton of that. But this is an entirely new ingredient for me. The red ginger stem. Yep, it is. All the purple stuff in there. Maybe there's onions, but none of them are shallots. All that purple, that's all from the red ginger. Sorry, Lee, I forgot. You love that dish. When we get hot pot, she always picks that as an ingredient, and we always fight over it. Fight over it lovingly.
It's a very good one. Actually, there's still a lot inside. Mm-hmm. Okay, I can give you. They have a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Give yours back.
No, it's a huge serving. The serving size at this restaurant is really awesome. I love the eggplant, and I love the tofu.
This is the best.
And I love the fish.
Then have it.
Lee is smart. 2 servings of fish and 2 servings of sauce necessary.
Wow. Acid. Fish sauce.
But not arsik. I really think it's different.
And the manchili?
I think just green chili. I think this is not like jungle recipe. This is like a... What fruit do you taste? Is it like orange juice?
Orange.
Oh, right?
Orange is chili, but it's not orange skin. Mm-hmm. Orange skin like 陈皮.
Thank you. That one really... Okay. It's hard to pick the best, but that's delicious.
They still have so many inside.
Mm-hmm. Because I was thinking of this as kind of a different cuisine. I didn't think of the arsik that I've been enjoying almost every day. I didn't think of it for that curry. But on the menu, it just called it sour curry. It has been pounded. Maybe even it's been blended. On the menu, it just said sour curry. Pomfret really is one of like the cleanest tasting fish. It's such a cool shape too, the pomfret. It's so beautiful. That like triangular body that it has. Almost like a piranha. And yet again, I have the joy of just going through a whole fish bit by bit. It is a privilege for sure to eat an entire, any animal, but an entire fish for sure. It really is like fresh squeezed orange juice, smoothie blended with chilies, dumped over a pomfret. Because all these are so colorful. Actually, this dish, which is one of my favorites, it's getting overlooked because it's not very spicy. It just, the flavor profile is more mild, so it's just getting overlooked at this meal. But this one really is delicious. Yeah, the flavor that you can get from a clay pot. It's like the old-fashioned pressure cooker. Okay, that's a huge fish. It's red snapper, I forgot. I mean, the fish is like 5 times bigger, but because, remember, they've sliced the fish into cross sections and then fried the cross sections, so the meat is so much more thick to chew. You see that? Oh, it's like steak, like fish steak. Wow. So many foods here today. Man, what a Sunday lunch. I love the atmosphere in here. It really is a family restaurant and perfect timing. It's, for us anyways, this is Sunday after church. We're coming here. It's a great, great place to come with family. Man, the food is awesome, and the price. So it has all 3 things: the authenticity, it has the flavors, and then it has the great budget. This is just a meal I cannot recommend highly enough. Soup Today. Super cool. And thanks again to my mom for accidentally finding it on Google Maps. Mom just typed in Chinese food. Way to go, Mom. So Mom and Dad actually left us. We have the whole table of food still to finish. But I am not worried in the slightest. And what's the secret? Well, there's no secret. There's no trick. You just ride your bicycle 120 kilometers without eating any breakfast. And then you'll have quite a calorie deficit to then go and fill with some delicious Indonesian Chinese food just like this, or any food that you choose. Last comment for this amazing meal, Lee is the one who notices about the rice. She usually notices about the rice and the noodles, the quality of just the base ingredient. The rice, I guess I'll notice if it's like really special, but I'm usually more excited of the dish. But Lee makes me appreciate the high quality rice. This is definitely the best rice that we've had on this trip. Yeah, it's so much more thick and soft. It smells good. The rice we've been having with curries, it's nice and fluffy, and it means you can eat more of it, and it mixes really well with the curries, that's for sure. This one wouldn't mix so well, but this is definitely the kind of rice to have with these dishes. Jasmine rice. So for my final bite, I'm just appreciating the rice. Like really good rice has like a nuttiness, a little nuttiness, like a very soft steamed peanut. Okay, I lied. There's dessert, more of the fish. That is like dessert. Look, an entire fillet. Let's get that sambal. Let's get that orange juice curry, as I'm calling it. No, there is it's a species of citrus. There is a citrus that's native to this part of the world, and it's where that specific sourness in so many curries, that's where it comes from. It's not orange, it's not lime, but it is a citrus. I think it's called a Assam citrus. It's understandable enough. One of the most common questions in the video comments is, Joel, what's your favorite food? For sure, it has to be curry. Just in general, the word curry just refers to all the best, most rich, amazing flavors in so many different countries. So it just has to be curry. And after eating enough of that, that actually is the most spicy dish of all of these. This one has so many chilies. Actually, the chilies are not so spicy. It just builds and builds. That is wonderfully spicy. It's a perfect curry. Wow. And I am full. What a day. It's 1 p.m., but it feels like it could be any time of the day. Walking out from a meal that big, I'm just like loopy. And it is a beautiful day. The blue sky is still shining. The clouds are still fluffy. We're in downtown Medan, and the trip is continuing. We still have 2 more days in Indonesia, and I think pretty much we're on the set schedule now. Just big bike ride in the morning to make space for a big meal midday, and then if we're lucky and it's not raining in the evening, we might even be able to make 2 videos. That's usually how it goes. Sometimes 1, sometimes 2. Then back to Thailand. I would say the whole trip in Indonesia, it's very busy, so I am looking forward to being just in my own house. But I will say, I will definitely miss Indonesia. And now that I know how vast of a country and how much colorful, diverse stuff there is to explore, I will be back to Indonesia as soon as possible. As soon as possible. So thank you to all of you restaurants, but also all of you very friendly Indonesian people for welcoming me, for welcoming us. We have had a very memorable trip. So we do still have 2 more days. I don't know what we're gonna do, but it has been just great so far. So today from Soup Today, I can recommend this restaurant. Chinese-Indonesian food is definitely a cuisine that you need to try when you're in the big city of Medan. And I think Soup Today, I think we lucked out. This restaurant was spectacular. I'm full. Lee and I are gonna go rent a motorbike and we're gonna go explore. Maybe give you some B-roll shots, see if I can fly the drone. But I'm wishing you a great, great start to 2024. See you for the next video very soon. Peace. Love you. Later.